Happy Valentine's Day, yogis! Yes, today we have a special Valentine's Day Vinyasa flow, during which we will be focusing on opening our heart. Yes, the Anahata chakra as well. So you will need 2 blocks and your mat. And when you're ready, let's get started. Hey yogis, as a yoga instructor, I clearly need effective, durable and comfortable yoga gear. And I have found that the Manduka brand gives me exactly that. I use every day the yoga mat and the bolster for my Vinyasa and Yin classes. Thanks to my special code Crystal Wellness Yoga, you can benefit for 15% off all your purchases online, or simply use the link in the description below. Thank you. Namaste. Hey yogi, welcome to Crystal Wellness Yoga. I am Crystal and today I'm going to take you through a Vinyasa flow to open our heart or heart chakra and also the heart meridian. So let's get started. Let's start in child's pose. So open your knees mat width distance apart, bring the big toes to touch, come and sit on your heels, and we're going to use our blocks straight away. So place them in front of you and you're going to place your hands on top of them in the child's pose. Rest the forehead on the mat. And then just let yourself be heavy, let gravity pull you down. All you need to do is breathe. Take some nice deep breath in through the nose, all the way down into the belly, and then breathe out through the nose as well. Maybe you can feel the sides of your ribs expanding, touching your thighs. And now take another nice long deep breath. And then place the hands underneath the shoulders. Push the hands to lift the chest up. Be very gentle and slow. And then bring the knees together so they're in line with the hips. Remove the blocks out of the way. And then come and lie on the belly. We're going to come straight into Sphinx pose. So elbows underneath the shoulders, palm of the hands facing down, fingers spread apart, looking forward. Relax all the legs in the... Relax all the muscles in the legs, that's what I meant. Relax the glutes, relax your back muscles. Just take some nice long deep breaths. And now you can either stay in this pose, or if you want, you can push the hands and lift the hips off the mat, just deepening the back bend. Keep the elbows bent. Coming into cobra pose. Let's take one more long deep breath. And then release all the way down. Place the hands underneath the shoulder, push to lift back into tabletop. So make sure the hips are above the knees, the shoulders above the wrists. On your next in-breath, come into cow, so bring the belly closer to the mat, open the chest, look up. As you breathe out, come into cat. And again, breathe in cow and cat. One more time. Come back into neutral. And now place the right hand behind the head. The elbow is parallel to the floor, or the arm is parallel to the floor. On your next in-breath, lift the elbow up to point towards the ceiling, open the chest to the side, and then come back facing down with the arm parallel to the floor. And again, breathe in, lift and down. And again, lift and down. 2 more times. Last one. Come back into tabletop. We're going to go straight onto the other side. This time, place the left hand on top of your head. The left arm is parallel to the floor. On your next in-breath, open to the side, point the left elbow towards the ceiling, and then come back down, arm parallel to the floor. And again, breathe in, open, and down. And again, down. 2 more times. Well done. And come back into tabletop. From here, keep the hips above the knees. Walk the hands forward, coming into your puppy pose. So let the forehead rest on the mat. You can rest the elbows on the mat. Let the chest fall towards the mat. Take some nice long deep breaths. One more long deep breath. And now lift the head, look forward, bring the hips onto the mat, coming onto the belly again. This time bring the arms alongside the body, palms facing down. On your next in-breath, lift the head, chest and the arms, and the upper body is coming off the floor. Lift as high as you can by pushing the pubic bone against the mat. One more long deep breath. And then release the head down on the mat and the arms. On your next in-breath, lift the legs off the mat. Try to lift the thighs off the mat as well. Then push with the pubic bone against the mat. One more long deep breath. And then release. On your next in-breath, lift the head, the chest, the arms, and the legs if you can. If you can't, just lift either the upper body or the legs and alternate. Nice. One more long deep breath. And then release all the way down. Place the hands underneath the shoulder, push into tabletop. And this time walk the hands forward, tuck the toes under, lift into your first downward dog. So bend one knee at a time. And then walk or step to the front of your mat. Come into a halfway lift, hands on the shin, on the knees, chest parallel to the floor. Release the hands on the mat, bend the knees, and then gently roll all the way into standing. Bring the arms above your head, palms to touch. Lower the hands in Namaste in front of your heart. So with your feet hip distance apart, breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathe out, fall forward, hands on the mat. Release the neck. And then come into a halfway lift, so hands on the shin, on the knees. Chest parallel to the floor. Release the hands on the mat, step back straight into downward dog. Make sure the hands are in line with the wrists, fingers spread apart. Look beyond your mat. Push the heels towards the mat.
And then bring the feet together, big toes touching, lift the right leg up. Bend the right knee, roll forward, step the right foot next to the right hand. Drop the left knee on the mat. Lift the chest up. And then bring the hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, open the chest, look up. Coming into a gentle back bend in low lunge. Just breathe, open the chest as much as you can, feel your heart opening. Anahata chakra. Nice. And then release the hands, place them on the mat. Tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee off the mat. Shift your weight onto the back leg and then roll the spine up to come into a high lunge. And again, place the hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, open the chest, look up. Bend the front knee a bit more if you can, place it above your ankle. Nice job. Now flatten the back foot and then lower the chest down and forward into a humble warrior. So come as low as you can. If you need to, you can always rest the right shoulder on top of the right knee. It's one option. One more long deep breath. Nice. Release the hands on the mat, come and face the front of your mat. Release the left knee on the mat and the right knee, coming back into tabletop. Then lift the right leg, keep the right knee bent, so the sole of the right foot is facing the ceiling. Push the right hand and then grab the right foot with the left hand to come into your tiger pose. So look forward, kick the right foot into the left hand. Open the chest. Nice, lovely. Now you can release, come back into tabletop, and then tuck the toes under, come back into your downward dog. Step to the front of your mat, halfway left, hands on the mat, bend the knees, roll the spine all the way up, bring the arms above your head, palms to touch, or the palms in front of your heart in Namaste. Let's do the other side. Breathe in, raise your arms up, fold forward, hands on the mat. Halfway left, hands on the mat, step back in downward dog. Make sure you're in the right position. And now bring the feet together, big toes touching, lift the left leg up. Bend the left knee, roll forward, step the left foot next to the left hand. Remember, you can always use your hand to bring your foot forward. Drop the right knee on the mat, lift the chest up. Bring the hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, but the other way around, so the other thumb on top. Always feels strange. Open the chest, look up. Low lunge with a lovely back bend. We're leading with our heart today. Breathe. Nice. Lovely. Release the hands on the mat, tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee off the mat. Shift the weight onto the back leg and then roll into a high lunge. Again, place the hands behind your back, interlace the fingers the other way around. Open the chest, look up. Make sure the front knee is on top of your ankle so you can quickly check. Nice. Breathe. One more long deep breath. Now flatten the back foot and then lower the chest down and forward into your humble warrior. So go as low as you can. The hands are still behind your back, fingers interlaced. And remember, you can always rest the left shoulder on top of the left knee if you need it. Let's take one more long deep breath. And then release the hands on the mat. Bring the body to face forward. Release the right knee on the mat. Come back into your tabletop. Nice. This time lift the left leg. Keep the left knee bent. The sole of the left foot is facing the ceiling. Push with the left hand. Grab hold of the left foot with the right hand. Open the chest. Look forward and up into your tiger pose. And really kick that left foot into your right hand. Breathe. One more long deep breath. And then release the left foot. Tuck the toes under, come back into your downward dog. Now step to the front of your mat. Keep the feet hip distance apart. Halfway left. Hands on the mat, bend the knees, roll all the spine up. Bring the arms above your head, palms to touch. And then bring the hands in front of your heart in Namaste. Back into mountain pose at the front of our mat. Breathe in, raise your arms up. Fall forward. Halfway left. Hands on the mat, come into downward dog. Again, make sure your hands are in the right position. Release the neck. Bring the feet together, big toes touching. Lift the right leg up as high as you can. And then bend the right knee. Drop the right foot to the left. So you kicking donkey pose. So you can stay like this. If you want to take it further, you feel you're capable of. Drop the right foot all the way to the left. Extend the right arm up into your wild thing. You can look at the right hand. Keep pushing with the left hand and also push with the left foot against the mat. Nice job. Bring the right hand back on the mat and then come straight into downward dog. Bring the feet together, big toes touching, lift the right leg up. Bend the right knee, roll forward, step the right foot next to the right hand. Bend the left knee, shift the weight onto the back leg, and then roll into high lunge. So this time you can either bring the hands in prayer in your back. If this is not possible, you can always grab hold of opposite elbows behind your back, just opening the chest, look up. Nice. And then release the hands, open into warrior two to the left. So make sure the heels of the front foot is in line with the arch of the back foot. Open the arms to either side, bring them parallel to the floor. Make sure your front knee is on top of your ankle. Now bend the right elbow, place the right elbow on top of the right knee, extend the left arm up into your extended side angle. So you can either stay like this, or if you want, bring the left arm behind your back, bring the right arm underneath the front leg and grab hold of the left wrist with the right hand open to the side to come into a bind. So this is optional. Take some nice long deep breaths. Lovely. Great job. Release the hands if you were in a bound. Bring both hands on the mat and then release the left knee on the mat. Release the right knee on the mat. We're coming back into tabletop. We're going to use our blocks again. Place them on the mat. And this time we're going to place the elbows on top. Bring the forehead on top, on the mat, sorry. Bring the thumbs behind your back. Make sure the hips stay above the knees. Coming into a deeper puppy pose. Opening the chest, opening the heart. Giving yourself a lot of love today. One more long deep breath. Nice. Release the hands. And this time bring the hands on top of the block. Extend the legs back to come into a plank with the hands on top of the block. And then let the hips fall towards the mat, coming into an upward dog. Make sure the chest is nicely open. Nice. And now push back into your downward dog. Step to the front of your mat. Come into a halfway left. Hands on the mat, bend the knees, roll the spine up. Bring the arms above your head, bring the palms to touch, and then lower the hands in Namaste in front of your heart. So let's start again in mountain pose in front of our mat. Breathe in, raise your arms up. Breathe out, fall forward. Halfway left. Hands on the mat, come straight into downward dog. Make sure the hands are positioned properly. Bring the feet together, big toes touching, lift the left leg up. And then bend the left knee, let the left foot drop to the right side. So you can either stay in this pose, remember to keep pushing the hands, or if you want to take it further, like on the other side, you can drop the left foot on the mat, extend the right arm above your head to come into your wild thing. So keep pushing with the right hand and also push with the right foot against the mat to keep the hips lifted. Remember to breathe. Let's take one more long deep breath. And then bring the left hand back on the mat. Come back into your downward dog. Bring the feet together, big toes touching, lift the left leg up. And then bend the left knee, roll forward, step the left foot next to the left hand. Bend the right knee, shift the weight onto the back leg, roll into high lunge. Bring the hands in Namaste if you can, behind your back, open the chest, look up. If this is not possible, just grab hold of opposite elbows. With your hands, open the chest, look up. Bend the front knee a bit more if you can, making sure it's above the ankle. Lovely. And then open into your warrior two to the right this time. Make sure the heel of the front foot is in line with the arch of your back foot. Arms parallel to the floor. The torso is in the center. Head on top of the heart, heart on top of the pelvis. And then bend the left elbow, place the left elbow on top of the left knee, bring the right arm above your head into your extended side angle. You can take it further if you want by placing the right arm behind your back, the left arm underneath the front leg, and then grab hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Open to the side and breathe. Lovely. Let's take one more long deep breath. And then release the hands. Place the hands on the mat. Come and face the front of your mat. Drop the right knee on the mat. And then come back into your tabletop. And there, place the blocks again on your mat. And then rest the elbows on top of them. Also make sure the hips stay above the knees to come into a puppy pose. But deeper this time. Bring the palms of the hands together and rest the palms on your back. And then just the chest melt towards the floor. Let your heart open. Open to receiving and giving love. Let's take one more long deep breath. then release the hands, lift the head and place the hand on top of your block. Extend the legs back to come into plank. And now let the hips drop towards the mat, keep the toes under, push the hands coming into an upward dog. Open the chest, always leading from the heart. Nice. And then push back into your downward dog. Lovely job. Now step to the front of the mat again. Come into a halfway lift. Release the hands on the mat, bend the knees, roll all the way up. Bring the arms above your head, palms to touch. Lower the palms in Namaste in front of your heart. Okay, so now let's move the block out of the way so we can step to the front of the mat. Feet hip distance apart. Breathe in, raise your arms up. Breathe out, fold forward. Halfway lift. Hands on the mat, step back and downward dog. Bring the feet together, big toes touching. Lift the right leg up as high as you can. Then bend the right knee, roll forward, step the right foot between both hands. Lower the back foot. Make sure the heel of the front foot is in line with the arch of the back foot. Push with both hands, come into your warrior two. So torso in the center, arms parallel to the floor, front knee on top of the ankle and in line with the front foot. Nice job. Now move the right foot to the right, lift the back heel, and then you're going to come and face forward, bring the left foot forward, extend the front leg. Place the hands behind your back, again in Namaste, or grab hold of opposite elbows. Lower the chest down and forward into your pyramid pose. Keep pushing with both feet against the mat to help you keep your balance. Lovely. Now bend the front knee and then lift the left leg up to come into warrior three, a variation of warrior three. Nice. Find a drishti, your focus point on the floor. Yes. And now lift the chest up, keep the left foot off the mat. Extend the right arm forward, grab hold of the left foot with the left hand. Kick the left foot into the left hand, into your dancer pose. Breathe. Nice. And then release the left foot. Come back into mountain pose at the front of the mat. Let's do the other side. Breathe in, raise your arms up. Fall forward, hands on the mat. Halfway lift, hands on the mat, step back and downward dog. Bring the feet together, big toes touching, lift the left leg up. Bend the left knee, roll forward, step the left foot between both hands. Lower the back heel. Heel of the front foot in line with the arch of the back foot. Push with both hands, come into your warrior two. Make sure the front knee is on top of the ankle, arms parallel to the floor, torso in the center. Breathe. Lovely. Now move the left foot to the left. Lift the heel of the back foot, come and face forward. Step the right foot a little bit forward, extend the front leg. Place the hands behind your back in either in Namaste or grab hold of opposite elbows and then lower the chest down and forward into your pyramid pose. Again, push with both feet against the mat. It will help you keep your balance. Keep the chest open, leading with the heart. Now bend the front knee and then lift the right leg up to come into a variation of warrior three. Find your drishti, your focus point. Lovely job. Well done. Now lift the chest up, release the arms, extend the left arm in front of you, grab hold of the right foot with the right hand to come into your dancer pose. Oops. It's a bit more challenging on this side. Keep kicking. Yes. Nice. Very challenging balancing pose. Lovely, well done. Release the right foot. Come back into your mountain pose. Breathe in, raise your arms up. Fall forward, hands on the mat. Halfway left. Release the hands on the mat, come back into downward dog. And now drop the knees on the mat. Come and sit on your heels. And then drop the hips onto one side, swivel the feet forward. Again, we're going to use our blocks. So you're going to place one underneath the spine, your back, heart height. And then we're going to use the other one to rest the head on top. So find a height that works for you. Maybe you want to go a little bit higher. You could also go on a higher setting if you feel comfortable. So keep the knees bent to slowly lie down on top of your block. And then place the other one underneath the head. If you want, you can extend the legs. If it's comfortable for you, you can also keep the knees bent. Or last, if you want, you can drop the knees to the side and bring the sole of the feet together into your supine cobbler. So I'm going to stay in supine cobbler, or butterfly pose, letting the knees drop to the side, feeling supported by my blocks, relaxing my entire body, and noticing how my chest and heart are open. Take some nice long deep breaths. Let's take one more long deep breath. And bring the knees back up if you were in butterfly. Roll onto one side and then remove the blocks out of the way. And then come and lie down fully on your back. Bring the knees into the chest, hug your knees. Lifting the tailbone. Really squeeze your knees as much as you can. Give yourself love and attention. And then bring the knees on either side of the chest. Bring the feet on top of the knees to come into your happy baby. If you can, bring the arms between your legs, grab hold of the outside edges from this side. You can also do it from the outside. So hopefully after this heart-opening practice, you will feel more able to communicate love unconditionally, and maybe also feel more compassion for all beings. Observe what will happen after this practice. But first of all, let's come into our last final pose of Shavasana, or corpse pose. So extend the legs on the mat.
Let the feet drop to the side, tuck the shoulder blades underneath, arms alongside the body, palms facing up. Completely relax. Observe what is happening for you. Observe the effect of the practice, not only on the physical level, but also on the mental level. So this practice is for you. It's you self-care, me time, moment of the day. So if you want to stay in Shavasana for 10, 15 minutes, please do so. Today is the day. You can pause this video, or if you want, you can roll onto one side and use your hands as a pillow. And when you're ready, use your left arm to push yourself up back into a seated position of your choice. You can keep your eyes closed. Bring your hands in Namaste with the thumbs in front of your heart. Thank yourself for practicing today, for looking after your well-being, for practicing self-love, self-care. I really want to thank you for practicing with me today. Please leave me your comments in the boxes below. Remember to subscribe and like this video. And I hope to see you again very, very soon. Thank you. Namaste.